Hello there, I'm Julie, and in today's much requested video I'm going to be flipping through all my Skinny Mini spreads after the pen from January to June and giving you 10 top tips for decorating this particular Happy Planner layout. This is my second year using the Skinny Mini and the first time I've done a full 6-month flip through of this layout, so you can see how my spreads look after the pen. This is an old Squad Girls cover from, I think it was 2020. And I've redated the name page for the year 2025. The pages are from the Fresh Bouquet Undated Happy Planner. But I really love these dividers. And because in this Skinny Mini, all they had on the back was this page, which I never used except to write some birthdays for the month. It's enabled me to keep using these dividers year after year and just adding in the undated pages. This will be a fun trip back in time for me, looking at my older spreads. And the majority of these spreads you will be able to find videos for in my Skinny Mini playlist, because every month I put out a video where I make 4 spreads. I wanted a fun start to the year, so I used these Happy Planner stickers from the I Love Stickers sticker book, which came with the I Love Stickers box. I just love these party avocados and mushrooms. My very first tip, particularly for new planners, is that most stickers will work in the Skinny Mini Happy Planner despite its smaller size. I see lots of people asking, do they need to buy particular sticker books, or can they find sticker books that are just for the Skinny Mini? But as you will see from this flip through, I use stickers from all different shops and all different shapes and sizes. Yes, ideally smaller stickers are better and will give you more room for function. But in most sticker books you will find there are often both larger and smaller versions of exactly the same sticker. So I find it quite easy to just pick the smaller ones. Although in this case, these are the large versions of the mushroom and the avocado, and they work perfectly well. On the whole, I use smaller size boxes in this planner, but you usually find those in most sticker books. Let's move on, as we've got a lot of spreads to get through. And the next one is a Live Love Posh spread. You'll notice it's a completely different vibe to the one that went before. Something I like to do in my Skinny Mini is completely vary the themes of the stickers and the colours of the stickers, so that it's different from week to week. In case you're wondering what I use my Skinny Mini for, it's mainly for appointments for myself and for my elderly parents. I also keep track of collecting their prescriptions in this planner, birthdays, Zoom calls, and anything else particularly relating to my family. If you do like this layout but think you may not have enough room for your writing, then the Skinny Classic, which I did use 3 years ago, has the same layout but with more room for writing. And all of the tips I'm sharing today work equally as well for the Skinny Classic. This was another really cute spread using stickers from Chic Winter. This was my spread for sticker day. I wanted to try something different and I tilted the boxes. I wasn't sure how I felt about it at the time. It's very random, but I certainly had plenty of room to write, and I like to try different things. Occasionally in this planner I write in a different colour ink. As you can see, I wrote in blue pen to match the spread, but on the whole, because this is mainly a functional planner for me, I use a black Frixion pen. Although, as you can see in this one, I wrote in blue to go with the gorgeous stickers from Catholic Plan's Cozy Winter. My next tip would be, when you're using washi in your Skinny Mini or Skinny Classic, one of the easiest things to do is to put 2 strips on one page and 1 on the other. You'll see I do that quite often in my spreads. I find if I don't put the washi down first, then I often forget to use it. So this is one way of making sure that doesn't happen. This is some really pretty plaid washi that I got from Amazon. I do write the odd to-do and reminder in my Skinny Mini, but on the whole I use daily planning sheets for my to-dos, and I have a separate social media planner, which is the teacher layout, and a creative journal that I enjoy decorating and try my best to write my reflections and memories in, although that's the one I find the hardest to keep up with. Here's another winter theme spread. I do tend to plan using seasonal themes, as you may have seen from my pre-planning videos. You can see I've done the same with the washi, again with 2 strips on one side and 1 on the other. And because this is an undated planner, I often change up the dates. So I've used some Planning Days of the Week washi and some numbers from Happy Planner's Dates and Holidays sticker book. I'll talk a little bit more about the dates in a later tip. But I was really happy with all my spreads for January. They were super pretty. On to February. And for this one, I used Winter Elements from Live Love Posh. I remember at the time of making this spread that I decided to pick this particular set because it's not the sort of colours I usually like to work with. I prefer brighter colours. And I wasn't sure I was going to like it, but it actually turned out to be, I think, my favourite spread of the month. My next tip, which is another washi tip, is instead of using 1 washi, pick 2 washi tapes that coordinate with the colours of the stickers you've chosen and alternate them on the page. That's another thing I do regularly when I decorate this planner. Absolutely gorgeous spread. Here's another Planning spread for Valentine's Day week. And I didn't want to go with just the traditional red, so I chose this beautiful purple. And you can see I used my purple Frixion pen to fill it in that week. Another redating tip is to use small circle stickers like I've done here. Cut them off and add the numbers in the circles. It just gives the page a different look. I still had plenty of room to add some decorative stickers as well, but I really liked how that turned out. I don't know if you can see on the video, but for this spread I did actually use mild liners to draw some lines on the page, and that's something I've been doing more often lately. It also helps me keep my writing a little bit straighter. That's why I like the teacher layout for my social media planner. Here is a fun spread using stickers from Amber Plans a Day, and you can see you need very few stickers to decorate the Skinny Mini. I've only got 4 decorative stickers and a few boxes, and the black and white look just makes a change from the previous week. Love this spotted washi as well, one of my favourites. Next we have some printable stickers. Another thing I try to do is use stickers from different shops within the month. So in this planner you'll see spreads from Happy Planner, Live Love Posh, Planning, Amber Plans a Day, Caesthetic Plans, Doodle Diaries, Caitlin Plans, and other printable stickers from Etsy shops. Really love the polar bears in this one, so cute. March next. And my birthday spread. Always put a lot of pressure on myself for my birthday spread, I don't know why. And this year I thought I'd go with some stickers from American Crafts because I love unicorns and I really love this unicorn sticker. You will notice that I often vary boxes and bullet points in my spreads. But a tip from me is that as well as using bullet points or the little flag stickers that you often get in sticker books, you can find tiny decorative sticker books to use as bullet points. So I had these little stars and decided I would use them as my bullet points. It's just a really fun way of changing things up and using those teeny tiny stickers which often don't get used. Let's keep going. I think this was my first time using Chic Crafter from Live Love Posh. Really beautiful stickers and a very simple spread. I added some Planning washi with the usual 2 on one page, 1 on another. And just a little extra touch was picking these numbers that corresponded with the colour scheme. Obviously, if your planner is already dated, you may not want to mess around with the dates. But as I'll talk about later, even if my planner was dated, I would still be changing up the dates much of the time. I do find the stick babes are perfect for the Skinny Mini. These are actually the larger size stick babes, but if you have those sticker books, they usually have them in 2 or 3 different sizes, and they fit quite perfectly in this layout. This was a really fun one for St. Patrick's Day. Happy Spring was the sticker book I used in this spread. It's very pretty, and I like the fact that I brought in circles, which often planners find hard to use in their spreads. But for whatever reason, I find that spring spreads are often my least favourite of all the seasons. It's still really nice though. April now. Another one that isn't one of my favourites, but I was demonstrating making a planner spread in 10 minutes, I think, using some spring stickers from Doodle Diaries and washi from Plannerflip. Wanted to show that if you're pushed for time, then just getting some washi and some decorative strips is all you need to do. Maybe add a quote and some bullet points, and you can get a spread done really quickly. This is a pretty pink and green spread using Plant Babe from Live Love Posh. And here's my tip for changing the dates up in your planner. The reason I would sometimes do it, even if I had a dated planner, is because when all the dates are over this side, it often means that the decorative stickers can only go on one side and the spread doesn't look very balanced. So something I like to do is redate and alternate the position of the days of the week so that I can put stickers on both sides of the spread. This was another Days of the Week washi tape from Amy Tangerine, and one of my favourite dating sticker books, the Happy Planner Essential Days and Numbers. In case you're wondering, I don't take my planner out of the house with me, although it would fit perfectly in my purse. If plans change, I just cross out, for example, something was cancelled there. And I do find it's useful to have this planner to look back on, particularly for things like the prescriptions and appointments, just to check up when certain things happened. So I do keep this planner at the end of the year. This is an example of where I used the zebra mild liners. I wasn't sure about it when I did it, but I actually really love how it looks on this spread. Here's another example of using circles for the dates, really pretty. The only washi I used was this grass washi down the bottom. And then these really cute Easter stickers from Happy Spring. My next tip is to decorate the punched part of the page. I did this using Happy Planner's Lush Linens sticker book with these beautiful florals, and I just cut up the middle once I'd stuck all the stickers down. You can see I still had room to write on the page and add some of the animals. So if you haven't tried doing that, then it's great for something different. One of the things I'm trying to do this year is use new sticker books. So I have a list of new sticker books that I haven't used at all, and I've been working my way through them, and this Lush Linens was one of them. Here you can see the alternating washi, and I believe these stickers were from Plannerflip's Botanical Fusion. Really, really beautiful. Love this pink and green. And my next tip, particularly if you're like me and struggle with sticker placement, is simply to alternate where you place the decorative stickers from one side to the other. You can see that's all I've done. And I find I do this a lot with this particular layout, because if you've noticed from any of my creative journal plan with me's, I can be very indecisive about where a particular sticker should go. This makes it nice and easy for me. Having said that, I don't want to give anyone the impression that I make these spreads in 5 or 10 minutes, apart from that one I mentioned earlier. I enjoy creative planning and playing with stickers, but I would say the majority of my Skinny Mini spreads take around half an hour. Sometimes I've even been known to spend an hour on a spread, but that's probably more on the rare side. But even though there aren't many stickers involved, my perfectionism is a big hindrance to me getting things done quickly. So having a system like this really does help me get those spreads done a little bit faster. Now on to May. Obviously not a particularly busy week, or maybe I just didn't write much in my planner this week. I have a feeling I wasn't well because it says that I didn't go to choir that week, and the only time I've missed choir was when I wasn't well. So that's probably why there are spaces. These were some scrapbooking stickers from Artemio, really cute animals that I wanted to use in my planner, but not my favourite spread. This one though, I really liked, using wild plans from Happy Planner. One thing I often forget to do in my Skinny Mini is use quotes, and I remember I tried really hard to make sure I used lots in this spread. And I used some washi strips from the sticker book down the punched part, which I really did like. You'll probably notice that I make quite a few animal spreads, as they're some of my favourites. And here's another one. These are printables from Caitlin Plans, Totally Turtle. And another example of how I use circle stickers in my planner. If you struggle with using circle stickers in your planner, then don't be afraid to take them off the page and cut them. I always feel better about a circle when I've cut one edge and made it straight. I know that makes no sense at all. And the other thing you can do is overlap them. Because of the bubbles on the sticker sheet, it was a no-brainer to use circles in this spread. In case you're wondering, I wasn't meaning to leave that circle to be written in. It was really for balance. All of my tips are about balance, because balance for me is the most important thing when decorating my spreads. Obviously, as well as leaving room for function. This was a spread for Strawberry Day, using stickers from Amber Plans Today, fan favourites. Another tip when you're using boxes, apart from drawing the colours from the decorative stickers, is to use them in both orientations. So if I have a red box here, I'm going to have a red box on the other side, but I've turned it the other way, and the same with the green boxes. Just a little thing I like to do. And we're getting towards the end with June. This was another sticker book that I hadn't started, the Sleeping Beauty sticker book, so I wanted to make use of it. And another example of how I use these little sparkles as bullet points rather than using the dot stickers. This one is an absolutely gorgeous spread using stickers from Cathetic Plans Spring Things. What really made it for me is my 10th and final tip, and that is to use washi at the bottom and the top of the page, just to give the spread a complete and finished look. I love this washi from Plannerflip. Really hope she brings out some more colours in that design. And to me, it seemed to match the whole cottagecore countryside vibe of the stickers. Only a few more to go now. I wonder which one has been your favourite. I don't think I can pick. This one I used Summer Elements from Live Love Posh. Such vibrant stickers, and these circles from Mojo Jojo Plans Pastel Shapes were the perfect match. I do tend to use circle stickers quite a lot when I'm doing sea themed spreads, I think because of the whole bubble idea. And this washi that I use from Happy Planner has got tiny little circles as well. Love it. This is the final spread for June, and I remember when I made it, I wasn't sure about it because the colours are very pastel and light. But what really lifted it for me was adding these sun date stickers that came from the Essential Dates and Holidays sticker book I mentioned before. Once again, I've done the alternating washi trick. All the tips that I've talked about in this video you can see I've used time and time again. And I've also tried to bring in some different shape boxes because I often just use hexagons when I'm doing bee spreads. But those are something I need to use a little bit more often. I usually write out the notes each week and use this box more for a quote or decoration because I don't have a lot to write in it. One final bonus tip, you may have noticed that some of the pages were quite hard to turn during the flip through, and that's because generally after 6 months I find the planner has filled up quite a bit with all the decoration. Even though I rarely use scrapbook paper on my pages, it's just stickers. But what I usually do is swap for larger discs. The other thing you can do is take 6 months out and then you'll have a slimmer planner again. So that's a bonus tip for you if you find your planner is getting bulky. I've really enjoyed looking back at my spreads for the past 6 months. And I'll definitely be sticking with this planner for 2026 as long as I can get hold of one. The links to the shops I've used will be in the video description, along with my affiliate codes. If you're looking for a discount on Plannything, Mojo Jojo Plans, Amber Plans Today, or Doodle Diaries. If you found any of my tips useful, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and clicking that notification bell so you find out when my future videos are up. Also, I'd love it if you'd leave a like on this video, as that tells YouTube you found it useful and they'll share it with more people. You can check out my Skinny Mini playlist if you want to see how any of these spreads came together. And if you want to find out what my July spreads look like, then check out this video on screen. Hope you're having a great week. Take care and happy planning.